So we're in section 7.2 today, learning how to simplify expressions. We're on page 322 in your books if you want to turn there. You don't have to. Most everything will be on the PowerPoint today. And then these are your terms. So I want you to write down, write this expression right here. Okay, write the expression, and then I want you to skip a line. Then I want you to write the constant and the definition, and then skip a line underneath that. Write the definition for coefficient, and then skip a line, and then like terms. I want you skipping lines because we're actually going to fill in what the constants, coefficients, and like terms are for this expression. All right, so go ahead and take a minute to do that. Okay, so again, for each one of these, we're going to use this expression right up here at the top. 2x plus 4x plus 8 minus 10 plus 3x. Now, I'm going to say this right off the bat. One of the most common mistakes that I see in this section and in the sections that follow in Chapter 7 is that people forget the signs. They forget that the signs in front of the numbers matter. Okay, so we have to make sure we're paying attention to that. Now, when we're thinking about a constant is a number that stands alone. Does anybody see a number that stands alone in that expression? 8 and 10. Not 10. What sign is in front of that 10? It's a negative. So it's 8 and negative 10. Do you see that? You see that? You paying attention? So 8 and negative 10, I want you to write underneath the constants. I want you to write those as your constants, 8 and negative 10. Now, a coefficient is a number that is connected to the variable within a term. So I have to look for terms that have variables. Do you agree that all three of these have variables? Yes. Now, the coefficient is the number part of it. Okay, only the number part. So I need to look, is it positive or negative? And then I write it down. Well, all of these are positive, so I would write 2, 4, and 3. Those are my coefficients. It's the number part of a term that has a variable. Okay, that's a coefficient. Now my like terms simply either have the same variable or they're a number that stand alone. And I'm going to group them in parentheses. All right, so again, does anybody see any variables that are the same? Any terms with the same variable that I could group together? What do you see? 8 and negative 10 and 2x, 4x, and 3x. So let's group them. 2x, 4x, 3x, and then in my other group, it's 8 and negative 10. In order for it to be like terms, there has to be more than one that are like it. Okay? So this is how I would identify my constants, my coefficients, and my like terms. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this expression and I'm going to simplify it as much as I can. So where I see my like terms, I'm going to combine them into one term. I'm going to simplify it. So 2x plus 4x, I can add the numbers and keep the variable. What's 2 plus 4? 6x. Okay, so that's going to be 6x. Any other x's I could combine? 3x. What's 6x plus 3x? 9x. All right, what about my numbers? Can I combine 8 minus 10? What's 8 minus 10? 2. Negative 2. 9x minus 2. All right, moving on to example 1. Now, in example 1, I want you working with me on these one by one. Do not work ahead. Okay, let's start on this first one. I have 7c plus 9 minus 3c. So again, I'm looking for my like terms. What do I have here that I could possibly combine? Anybody? Okay, now is 3c positive or negative though?
It's negative.
It's negative. So what's 7c minus 3c?
4c.
4c. All right, so it would be 9 plus or minus 4c? Plus 4c, because 7 is bigger and it's positive. 9 plus 4c. Okay? All right, now let's try the second one. Negative 3x plus 10 minus 6x. Negative 3x plus 10 minus 6x. Again, I'm looking for my like terms. So find those like terms and try to combine them. Negative 3x plus 10 minus 6x. Yes.
Negative 3x plus negative 6x.
Okay, so combine them. Combine them, guys. Simplify the term.
Couldn't hear anything you said.
That's fine. I'm going to say the same thing again another probably 10 times. All right, guys, so what do you think it is?
Negative 9x plus 10.
Negative 9x plus 10. Good job. All right, who got it right? Good, good. You guys are doing well. All right, now what about the next one? 6d plus 9d plus 12d. Go ahead and try to simplify that expression. Okay, what's it going to be?
27d.
27d. Good job. We're just adding them all together. All right, now it starts getting a little more complicated. 15 minus 4a plus 6a minus 25. Now, this is where I don't mind if you use your mental math, okay, but this is essentially what I'm doing. I'm using the commutative property to group my numbers together and my variables together. So 15 minus 25 minus 4a plus 6a. Have I done anything to change my answer? All I did here was I just rearranged them. That's it. Now, again, this step right here, you don't necessarily have to do, but this is what I'm doing mentally, okay? I'm grouping my numbers and grouping my variables together so I can simplify. So what is 15 minus 25?
5.
Whoa. Negative 10. Negative 10. Now what's negative 4a plus 6a?
2.
Okay, it is 2a. Now, I'm going to again take the opportunity to tell you that one of the biggest mistakes that I see here is you don't add and subtract your positive and negatives correctly. Do you guys see how chapter 6 is really, really important to chapter 7? And how you're in a lot of trouble if you don't understand how to add and subtract your positive and negative numbers. You're not going to get these right. Okay, so please remember your rules. Remember your rules. Negative 10 plus 2a. All right, now, what do you notice that's different about the next one? 8b plus b minus 4b plus 10. What do you see that's different? There's just a b that's completely by itself. So here's what you need to know. Anytime you see a variable that stands alone, it has an understood 1 in front of it. So when you copy down this expression, because everybody should be writing these down in their notes, I want you to write down 8b plus 1b minus 4b plus 10. Okay, so write them down. Now, I'm just going to simplify it just like I did my other ones. I want you to go ahead and simplify this expression. All right, what's 8b plus 1b? 9b. What's 9b minus 4b? 5b. 5b plus 10. 5b plus 10. All right, now going back to Gavin's question, sometimes you're going to have expressions that have different variables in the expression. So can you just combine all your variables together? No, you can't. You've got to leave your x's. In this expression, you got to leave your x's together, your y's together, your numbers together. All right, so we're going to combine our like terms, but we cannot combine variables that are not the same. I want you to go ahead and try to simplify this last expression. 3x plus 2y minus 5x plus 8y minus 15. Okay, so what's 3x minus 5x? Whoa. Negative 2x. What's 2y plus 8y? 10y minus 15. All right, who got it? Who got it? Good. Good job, guys. Okay, moving on to example 2. Now, you have questions like this on your homework tonight, and all you have to do, you don't even have to simplify. All we're doing is identifying what are the constants, what are the coefficients, what are the like terms. And remember, I want your like terms in parentheses, so group them in parentheses. Okay, go ahead and identify, use this expression right here, tell me what are the constants, what are the coefficients, and what are the like terms. Don't forget your sign. Watch those signs that are in front of each number. Okay, what are my constants? Tell me, what are my constants?
15.
Very good. 15 and negative 6. What are my coefficients? Whoa. Negative 9 and 7. No R's. No R's. The coefficient is only the number part. Okay, what about my like terms? What is it? 15 and negative 6. And then negative 9r, and 7r. All right, who got that right? Anybody get that right? I heard a lot of people saying the right answer. Good. All right, any questions?
Does it matter what order we have it in the like terms?
No. As long as they're grouped correctly. The order doesn't matter. All right, let's do another one. Okay, so now let's use this expression. Identify the constants, coefficients, and like terms. Okay, what are my constants?
4 and negative 10.
4 and negative 10, good. What are my coefficients?
1 and negative 2.
Very good, 1 and negative 2. What are my like terms?
4 negative 10, negative 1x, 1 x, negative 2x.
Okay, very good. 1x and negative 2x. All right, who got those right? Good, good. You guys are doing really well with this. Okay, now in example 3, now we're still simplifying expressions, except now we have to deal with the distributive property. Well, order of operations says that I have to simplify what's in the parentheses first. The problem is I can't do w minus 4. They're not like terms. So what I have to do is I have to do the distributive property. Now, remember, what number is understood in front of a variable by itself? What do you have? You have an understood 1. You have an understood 1 in front of a variable that's by itself. So 5 times 1w would be 5w. I can multiply a number and a variable together, but I cannot add and subtract it. And then 5 times negative 4 would be, what's 5 times negative 4? 5 times negative 4, wake up.
Negative 20.
Negative 20. Why is it negative 20?
Because
I have the negative.
Because I have one negative that's odd, so it's a negative answer. That's why it's negative 20. Plus w, but I know that's 1w, plus 8. Now I can combine my like terms. 5w plus w is... Whoa.
5w.
Nope. Remember, 5w plus a 1w. 5 plus 1 is 6w. Remember that there's an understood 1. What about negative 20 plus 8? Negative 20 plus 8, what's that going to be?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. 6w minus 12. 6w minus 12. All right, now I want you to try the second one. 3 times 2x plus 5 plus 6x minus 15. Okay, what's 3 times 2x?
6x.
Very good. It's going to be 6x. What's 3 times 5?
15.
15 plus 6x minus 15. All right. Well, did anybody catch something? Do you see something here? You see your 15s, right? What property is that? Where it says opposites cancel out. Anybody remember? Starts with an I. The inverse property says take a number and its opposite and it cancels. What's 6x plus 6x?
12x.
12x. That's my answer. Just 12x. All right, so look for opposites. Anytime you can cancel out opposites, it makes it a lot easier to solve. Hint, hint for the next one. Go ahead and solve the next one. All right, so do you see anything inside these parentheses that can cancel out before I even solve anything? The 3a's. They cancel. All right, so now I have 15 minus, what's negative 2a times 10?
28.
Negative 20a plus 6a minus 5. And then it's going to be 10 minus 14a. That's about as hard as you'll see them. Did anybody get that one right? 10 minus 14a? One person. All right. Like I said, that's one of the harder ones. Okay. It's one of the harder ones. All right. If you understand that, that's everything you need to know for 7.2.